Obviously NVIDIA's had a lot of deals recently, whether that's with the optics for networking or with OpenAI, that deal announcement. Are we going to get more kind of clarity on those kind of announcements, how they fit in to NVIDIA's kind of long-term vision going forward?
Yeah, I mean, NVIDIA has been incredibly transparent about what is our strategy and view of the entire ecosystem. In fact, Jensen published a blog earlier this week on the 5-layer cakes of AI, and the first layer is energy. So we're going to talk about all the work we're doing across the entire landscape and ecosystem to help deliver more energy to power AI. Of course, chips, that's what we're known for. We'll have lots of great announcements describing all the new late-breaking technologies and chips that are going to power AI. And then on top of that, we'll talk about infrastructure. Most people don't think about infrastructure, but in terms of how you power, how you cool, how you deliver AI at scale is really the next challenge for how we get to that next level of AI intelligence and performance. And then some of the investments you talked about in terms of model makers, incredible work happening there at that layer in terms of advancing the state of AI, delivering the highest intelligence per dollar, the lowest token cost and lower energy consumption per dollar. But more importantly, it's that fifth layer that I think we're really excited about, which is applications. All the ISVs, all the vertical applications that are now adopting and leveraging AI. Of course, we're in the midst of this, agentic AI explosion. So we'll talk about all of those layers of the cake. And of course, we're innovating at every layer to make sure we can deliver that future that we've talked about.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have kind of discussed how you see yourselves more as a software company than a hardware company in the past with, you have obviously the open models, Nemotron, things along those lines. And a lot of kind of the open source technologies have started to really kind of take hold across the globe, really. I guess, how do you get folks to really grab that message and kind of agree with it, right? Because whenever we talk about NVIDIA, everybody thinks about the chips, but NVIDIA is saying, yeah, we have chips, but we also have this large array of software.
Yes, and that's a great question. And it goes back to what I just described. NVIDIA is an AI infrastructure company. Of course, we have chips, and that's really where sort of the core IP and sort of legacy and leadership started. But all of that has really sort of been advanced to what we call extreme co-design. Obviously, we're building out the chips, not just the GPUs, but the CPUs, the networking, GPUs, data processing, all of those different chips and hardware components come together. But there's a ton of work that goes into our software to make sure that infrastructure runs efficiently. And then, like you just described, we're also building models to make sure we understand not just the infrastructure, but the actual applications themselves. And that, again, has this virtuous cycle of allowing us to build better hardware, which in turn creates better software and better models that powers that full AI infrastructure stack.
After years of remarkable increases, NVIDIA's stock has fallen in recent months. After beginning higher earlier in the session, the stock was trading down on Friday. As investors kept an eye on events pertaining to the confrontation with Iran, broader U.S. indices were also down on Friday. While the Nasdaq Composite remained close to the flatline, the S&P 500 increased by almost 0.1%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average increased by almost 0.4%, or 173 points. The S&P 500 was still on course for a weekly fall of around 0.9%, which would be its first 3-week losing streak in almost a year, despite the slight increases. The Nasdaq had dropped roughly 0.4% so far this week, while the Dow was headed for a weekly loss of almost 1.4%. The GTC conference is regarded as a major trigger. Investors are now focusing on NVIDIA GTC, the company's yearly developer conference, which is set to take place from Monday through Thursday. Jensen Huang, CEO and co-founder of NVIDIA, will give a keynote address to kick off the conference. Analysts anticipate that the event will include updates on the state of supply for critical components such as optical networking technology, memory, and semiconductor wafers. Investors will also be keeping an eye out for commentary on how energy prices and demand from sovereign clients may be impacted by geopolitical concerns, such as the war with Iran. Future chip architectures and product roadmaps, however, will probably be the most anticipated announcements. Spending on AI is moving toward inference. The transition from model training to inference is a key theme for the AI sector. Large model training has historically been a major emphasis of artificial intelligence spending. Massively parallel computing, a feature of graphics processing units, GPUs, that helped NVIDIA dominate the AI hardware market, is advantageous for training workloads. According to Buffet Securities, central processing units made up about 87% of data center compute spending in 2019, whilst GPUs and other accelerators made up only 13%. The equilibrium has drastically changed. AI accelerators accounted for roughly 88% of spending in the previous year. However, the variety of processing requirements increases as the sector shifts to inference workloads. NVIDIA has expanded its hardware approach to meet these evolving needs. Last year, the company hired personnel and leased technology from Groq, a privately held chipmaker that creates specialized processors called language processing units, or LPUs. Compared to conventional GPU architectures, these chips are made to handle specific inference workloads more well. Analysts anticipate that NVIDIA will talk about how LPUs could enhance its current chips and broaden its range of products to include training, prefill, and decoding, among other phases of AI processing. Questions about supply and competition. At the same time, NVIDIA's chips continue to be in high demand worldwide. The Wall Street Journal said that ByteDance, a Chinese technology business, is developing AI infrastructure outside of China using NVIDIA's premium Blackwell processors. At least 500 Blackwell servers in Malaysia, with over 36,000 B200 chips, are apparently part of the operation. With servers put together by Evra, the infrastructure is being created in collaboration with cloud provider Aolani Cloud. NVIDIA is unable to sell its most cutting-edge AI chips directly to Chinese consumers due to U.S. export regulations. In order to obtain the hardware, several Chinese businesses have attempted to construct data centers abroad. According to reports from earlier this year, ByteDance has also installed NVIDIA processors in Indonesian facilities. Analysts are optimistic about NVIDIA's stock ahead of the yearly Artificial Intelligence AI conference, GTC 2026, which begins on Monday, March 16th. Bank of America Securities, BOFA, reaffirmed its $300 price objective and buy rating in a note to clients this week. Prior to the conference, BOFA analyst Vivek Arya particularly identified 3 areas of focus that investors should keep an eye on. Arya added that BOFA will be searching for any color on NVIDIA's 102.4T Spectrum 6 switch pairs and the anticipated Rubin ramp-up. He also mentioned the potential for a joint announcement on a bespoke CPU with Intel. The most potent graphics processing units, GPUs in the world, are produced by NVIDIA. The organization is essential to the advancement of AI technologies and powers high-performance computing in modern data centers. The company's main office is located in Santa Clara, California. Over the past 6 months, the chipmaker's stock has increased by a meager 2.5%. It may be argued that the S&P 500 index has also had similar increases over this period. The iShares Semiconductor ETF, which has returned almost 30% over the past 6 months, is a more pertinent comparison, though. The poor performance presents a fantastic chance for new investors in a company that is regarded as a leader in semiconductor technologies. For the past 2 quarters, NVIDIA's PEG ratio has been below 1x, indicating that the company is cheap given its potential for future profits. Additionally, from 51.65x a few quarters ago to 28.74x now, its price-to-book ratio has almost fallen. Despite the company's expansion, its valuation has gotten increasingly appealing. NVIDIA also sits on a massive $62.56 billion cash pile. With a debt-to-equity ratio of 7.25%, the business appears to have enough cash on hand to support its expansion and R&D without straining its balance sheet. In the last 12 months, the firm has brought in a levered free cash flow of $58.13 billion, which is as impressive as the return on equity of just over 100%. Stocks like NVIDIA rarely trade at such valuations, and BOFA analysts have certainly noticed the opportunity. NVIDIA beats earnings expectations. NVIDIA comfortably beat Wall Street expectations on Feb. 25 when it announced its Q4 earnings. Its data center revenue grew 75% year-over-year on the back of its Blackwell line of GPUs. These chips are so dominant that the data center unit now generates 91% of total sales. Interestingly, the gaming unit brought in just $3.7 billion. This represents 47% growth, but it is ironic that what was once the company's biggest segment now generates just over 5% of the total revenue. For the first fiscal quarter, NVIDIA is expected to generate revenue of $78 billion according to management. This is significantly above Wall Street's estimates of $72.6 billion. The company is not considering China revenue as part of its guidance. What are analysts saying about NVIDIA stock? BofA isn't the only firm bullish on the chipmaker. On March 12th, Cantor Fitzgerald also assigned a $300 price target, while Barclays reiterated a $275 price target on March 11th. It is clear that analysts are catching on to the potential this stock provides, and it might not be long before it returns to higher levels. The mean target price of $265.76 currently offers 45% upside potential from here. NVIDIA has made investors a ton of money over the past few years. If you invested $10,000 into it at the start of 2023, that investment is now worth $125,000. That's an incredible return on investment. While NVIDIA won't be able to repeat that growth rate over the next 3 years, it has what it takes to outperform the market. I think there's one clear signal investors can't ignore about NVIDIA's stock, and they should heed it and scoop up shares before the rest of the market catches on. The market only expects one more year of strong growth. NVIDIA's stock has somehow gotten the stigma that it's expensive, but that couldn't be further from the case. Right now, it trades at 22.1 times forward earnings, nearly the same price-to-earnings ratio as the S&P 500, which trades at 21.7 times forward earnings. Market average premiums are often reserved for equities that expand at a market average rate, but NVIDIA isn't one of those. Its revenue increased by 73% in the most recent quarter. The management anticipates growth of 77% for this quarter. This is a huge mismatch because the market typically increases at a rate of 10% annually. The current price tag on NVIDIA stock is based on the assumption that it will expand at a market average rate in 2027 after having a successful year. But I don't think that's true. By 2030, NVIDIA predicts that capital expenditures for data centers would total between $3 trillion and $4 trillion worldwide. McKinsey & Amp company offered a similar projection, estimating that it will take $7 trillion in cumulative spend by 2030 to meet demand for artificial intelligence, AI. That disproves the stock's bear thesis and shows that NVIDIA's growth will continue for several years after 2026. One widespread misperception is that AI hyperscalers are maximizing their cash flows for capital expenditures, which prevents NVIDIA from expanding. While that is somewhat accurate, investors are overlooking the fact that building data centers currently accounts for a large portion of capital expenditures. It takes years for data centers to come online once announced, and computing units are the last thing to be purchased. So, while capital expenditure growth may not be as easy to come by, the proportion of that spending devoted to computing units will increase dramatically. This might be another source of growth because other parts of the world, like Europe, have not yet begun to develop AI infrastructure. This bodes well for NVIDIA's future, and investors should use this low price as their opportunity to load up before the market realizes it will deliver strong growth again in 2027 and beyond. Market sentiment toward artificial intelligence, AI, is currently mixed. While it was the premier sector to invest in during 2023 through 2025, investors are a bit more selective and skeptical in 2026. They see the AI hyperscalers spending record-setting amounts on capital improvements, yet returns on this spending are still to come, if they come at all. Investors considering AI stocks need to be patient. The reality is, most companies haven't started using AI on a day-to-day basis. When they do, they will require far more processing power than is currently available. Those who are bullish on the AI trend should look at this short-term skepticism as a long-term AI buying opportunity. Less than 20% of companies are using AI. AI usage is rapidly growing, but there's still a large majority of the population that isn't using it. Businesses are even worse, and according to research done by Analysts, only 18% of businesses are currently using AI. That figure is expected to rise to 22% in the next few months, showing rapid adoption. But businesses are still a long way away from an AI-first approach that we keep hearing about. Bigger companies are a little more tech-savvy, with a utilization rate of 27%, which is still well below half. There is undoubtedly greater space for AI. Even while the corporate community uses AI computing resources very infrequently, these resources are nevertheless limited. Consequently, AI continues to present a significant investment potential. This enormous build-out can be profitable in a number of ways. According to McKinsey & Amp Company, the need for AI computing will require data center capital expenditures of over $7 trillion by 2030. There is still a long way to go until the AI hyperscalers reach the level required to accomplish this aim, since they are anticipated to spend roughly $650 billion this year. Taiwan Semiconductor, Manufacturing, and NVIDIA are two businesses that will prosper from further expansion. Graphics processing units, GPUs, manufactured by NVIDIA, are now the preferred computer device for supporting AI operations. Although there are alternatives, none of them can transfer workloads between providers or have the full-stack capabilities of NVIDIA's GPUs. Investing in NVIDIA is a fairly safe bet that more GPUs will be required to handle all of the AI workload that has not yet gone online. Similar to this, TSMC manufactures the majority of the logic chips used in sophisticated computers frequently used in AI applications. Although TSMC is NVIDIA's main chip supplier, it also manufactures chips for rival companies. This makes TSMC the most neutral investment in the AI industry, since it's a wager that expenditure will keep going up, and that other providers of computing units might prove to be superior to NVIDIA, but that isn't the case at the moment. Microsoft is another stock in which I am optimistic. Since Microsoft offers a wide range of software programs with AI capabilities, many businesses will undoubtedly use its platform to expand their use of AI. Azure, one of the best cloud computing platforms, is also available there. For many years, Microsoft has experienced remarkable development thanks to Azure, a business unit that allows developers to create AI models and host them on the cloud. Because of the growing demand for AI, I don't see it slowing down anytime soon, which makes its stock a great choice. Don't forget to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your input helps create a more knowledgeable community where we can all learn and grow together in the world of investing. Stay up to date with the latest market trends, insights, and key updates by subscribing to Investing Tutorial. We're here to help you make smarter investment decisions and stay ahead of the curve.